The hypothesis or theory of prayer is that there's a spiritual stirring in one's soul that causes them to seek a higher power greater than anything that we have experienced in these human bodies through the abilities of our human abilities. So we go to a higher power. And this stirring is often brought about because of a soul that has become void. There's something missing. And we realize and sense that there's something missing. And so we begin the process of seeking. And seeking is very much an integral part of the development of the ability to connect with a higher authority. And so, as the spiritual need is drawing a person, we have things that we would like to see happen in our process of seeking this higher power. You might say, expected results. And many times, these results are not always as we as humans would want them to be. But we come to a place to we realize that the divine power has greater ability to understand and comprehend than, of course, humans ever could. So, in our quest to pray, we are seeking for a spiritual connection. One's spirit is stirred, and then something very, very important happens. And of course, Scripture tells us the importance of this. Faith is released. The Bible tells us that without faith, it is impossible to please God. See, faith is the thing that stirs everything. Because when we have faith, then that brings us to something that is absolutely essential in the human heart to have in order to even live. And that is hope. So, the process of responding to a stirring in our spirit, we begin to seek that higher power. And we make the spiritual connection. And then faith is released. And then as faith is released, we begin to gain confidence. And then hope arises. And people cannot live without hope. It's very, very essential to everybody's spiritual as well as physical existence. So, the hypothesis and the theory concerning prayer, that if we allow ourselves to participate in prayer and can make the connection with a higher power, and faith is released, the things begins to happen. And many times it's just simply this: we begin to find a peace in our heart and soul. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.